You!
Huh? What are you? How predictable. Come to stop me, have you?
Anna, so you were the one behind the balls.
Sorry, wrong answer. It's my master who creates them. I'm just in charge of transportation.
Your master? But the Kaiser is... Denny is gone.
Did you hear that? He actually thought I meant his stupid brother. I speak of my true master, Lord Providence, ruler of the celestial realm. He who would deign to descend upon your lowly rock and usher it into a new age of enlightenment. After he kills you all, of course. That's what the balls were for. But then those stupid moon people had to get in the way, so Master sent me to prepare your world for his grand entrance. By blowing the moon out of the sky. But it looks like I don't need to bother with that anymore. After all, I have a shortcut to the celestial realm right here, don't I?
A shortcut to the celestial realm? The Great Chasm is...
You're pretty sharp for a blockhead. Yes, now I can send fully primed balls to all corners of the realm with the greatest of ease. It'll only be a matter of time before Lord Providence himself arrives. You have no idea what a pain this assignment has been. First, I had to find a way to deal with my little sister's ridiculous plans. Then, I had to find someone stupid enough to summon the Holy Pillar for me.
Hold it right there. That's my brother you're talking about!
Who else? He did work hard, I'll give him that. Danced right along to my tune like the good little puppet he was. To deny this miserable world and build a new one in its place. To rewrite the past and forge a new future. This is your duty. No matter what the sacrifice, no matter how terrible the deeds you may do, We must change this world for the better. He ate it all up. It was all I could do not to laugh. Why, he was even ready to kill his own precious little brother for his duty. Never even once realizing he was doing it all for little old me. What a dupe.
That's enough from you! Denny saw through your lies in the end. He chose to save us, to save Luxembourg, and he did so of his own free will! Denny died to save this world. I will not let you make a mockery of his sacrifice!
Ooh, such admirable resolve. But I'm afraid you really don't have much choice in the matter. When Lord Providence descends, Luxembourg as you know it will be completely and utterly destroyed. The precious world your idiot brother died to save will be wiped out in a wink. At last! It's the moment we've been waiting for, Master! In return for your brother's loyal service, allow me to give you a parting gift before your world is destroyed forever. A gift of me! Like you've never seen me before. Shall I tell you a little secret? My sole duty is to prepare this world for Lord Providence's descent. You could say it was the very reason I was born. But you humans, you're not born for any real purpose at all. That is why you're always lost, why you struggle. You lack purpose, so you're weak. I live, I exist only to serve my master. My duty gives me strength. Strength I will use to destroy you all!
Just what are you fairies anyway?
What are we? Well, what are you humans? Give it up, Tiz. Like you're gonna get a real answer out of her. Why, we are loyal servants, birthed by the will of the gods. I was born first, and Aerie after me. Not that I feel any sisterly love, of course. Why, that Ouroboros creature she served would have destroyed the celestial realm. That's not something I could easily overlook. But you and your friends were kind enough to stop her for me. Here I thought we were on the same side. Yet here you are, standing in my way. Whatever did I do to ruin such a promising friendship? Oh well, it's nothing that can't be solved. By blasting you into itty-bitty pieces. You've gone and done it, haven't you? Not that it matters anymore. Lord Providence cometh any moment now. All you can do is wait. Wait for the end. Master, aren't you proud of...
Providence, she said?
Altair, you're here. There's something I wanted to ask.
And I think I know what it is. Yes, it is surely as you have suspected. This Providence has control of Vega. I must apologize to you, Magnolia. Diamante, the ball who destroyed your home. It too was doubtless birthed from Vega's memories.
Don't apologize, Altair. I know it isn't your fault, or Vega's. It's the false god Providence that's behind all this suffering. He's the one we need to punish.
Altair, you've been a true friend. You helped us rescue Pope Agnes. If someone you love is being held captive, we're gonna return the favor. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, we're gonna crush a god! I mean, save Vega from Providence.
My children, there is so much good in you. I am proud to have shared this journey together.
This journey ain't over yet, so let's get moving!
Indeed. What is it you always say at times like this? Come you, let us deliver our pièce de radicchio.
Right. Let's give it our all, everyone!
Yes. But how? Do we just wait here for this Providence to appear?
No. We will invade the celestial realm ourselves. During my lifetime, I poured my heart and soul into finding a way to the celestial realm, but my research bore no fruit. Imagine my surprise when I came here, to find a closer connection to the celestial realm than anywhere else in this world. But see for yourselves.
The Great Chasm. Stay strong, Idia.
It's covered in some strange black mist.
That mist is a sign of a dimensional fluctuation. A holy battleground and an angel's descent. A chasm of darkness and a glimmering ship. All the bonds of fate tied to this place have gathered here, creating tremors in space and time.
So what do we do?
We must clear the mists, for beyond them, if my theory is correct, lies the path we seek. You, the pendant you carry. It has the power to connect the hearts of individuals even beyond worlds. If we channel its powers and take advantage of these fluctuations, we may be able to lift the mists. Everyone must come together in prayer.
All right, everyone. Let's give it our all.
Nothing yet?
Keep trying. Focus and pray.
I don't know how I can pray any harder!
We need more!
Allow me.
Your Holiness, your help is most appreciated.
The mists will not part. Do our prayers still lack in strength?
Please, someone, help us! Give us the strength we need!
That's It's a clearing. I can see the path to the Celestial Realm. Do not let up, my children! Finally, I've done it! No, we've done it! I'm coming for you, Vega!
We did it.
Come on, everyone. The Celestial Realm awaits. It's time to save Vega and our world from the clutches of the false god Providence. This is the path to the Celestial Realm? What is all this?
It's like the strange images we saw when fighting the balls.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Vega's memories must be influencing the very landscape around us. Like this memory. Of our first meeting.
Ooh, let's hear it. Details, out with them.
You truly wish to know. I typically keep the details of my private affairs private. But we are all friends now, so lend me your ears.
You got him. Spill.
We met at a ski resort. I boarded a chairlift only to find a charming young lady in the next seat. As we were climbing up the mountain, a great blizzard came sweeping through, and the lift stopped. The girl beside me looked afraid, so I reached out to pluck a winter bloom from a nearby tree.
Wow, look who's Mr. Smooth.
Though some might say giving a flower to a girl you've just met might be a bit forward.
Forward or no, it was for naught. She went off that day without so much as telling me her name.
And now this false god has stolen and twisted that memory.
We have to free her. We'll release Vega from these evil bonds. You bet we will. So, what does everyone plan to do after the battle ends?
Good question. I'll probably go back and help Father Ananias with the peace agreement. I guess we'll still be working together.
I certainly do hope so. What about you, sir?
I'll probably just head back to Norende and, live the slow life there.
I sure hope so. Last time you said that, you went and collapsed. Scared us half to death.
Sorry about that.
And, Magnolia? Are you still planning to go? Back to the moon, that is.
Yes, it is my home after all. I have to help my people get their lives back together.
Yes. Of course.
What about you?
Well, first I've got to work on reforming the Crystal Guard. And, the rest is, private.
All right, back to business, everyone. There's no time for chit-chat.
This is...
Should we ask? I feel kind of bad poking around in his private affairs.
My, you are insatiable, my young friends. So tell me, do you believe in fate? Vega and I were reunited the following spring. I had achieved some success as a researcher. Well, at the risk of sounding boastful, considerable success. My superiors, feeling threatened, had me transferred. It was envy, plain and simple. Not yet having the wisdom of years, I sulked and despaired my fate. In a desperate attempt to get back at those I felt had wronged me, I dashed out into the rain with no cover whatsoever. I risked more than simply catching cold. In those times, severe pollution had made the rain acidic. As I trudged along in sodden despair, a woman came dashing after me, umbrella in hand.
Oh, that was Vega!
Yes, she was a colleague at the remote research facility to which I had been transferred.
Alavash! How can one not believe in fate?
What a remarkable coincidence, I thought. In the small space we shared beneath that umbrella, we finally introduced ourselves. But wait, how curious. If the memory of that ski lift became a ball, that means... Vega, my dearest, you remembered as well.
I guess it really was fate, huh?
Vega and I got along well, though purely as colleagues at first.
And then?
Summer is the perfect season for risks and adventures, you know. Or perhaps the heat had just gotten to my head. In either event, that summer I took two great risks I'd never before dared to. The first was to ask her to accompany me to a festival.
Quel courage! That's the spirit.
The second was when I confessed my feelings to her.
Wow, way to go. But how did you work up the courage?
Sometimes a man must do what he must. Not that I wasn't nervous the entire time, mind you. Every moment of that night, from the fireworks to our hapless attempts to scoop goldfish, have been indelibly etched into my memory.
That this memory has become a ball must mean it was of deep meaning to Vega as well. Goldfish scooping? That sounds strangely familiar.
Yeah, didn't someone we know do that?
This memory seems different from the others.
And with good reason. It wasn't all love and romance, after all. Vega and I may have grown closer, but we were still colleagues, working in the same lab on the same research team.
That sounds complicated.
You'll recall that my being sent there was a demotion. We were given neither the funds nor tools to carry out meaningful work. But dreams are the ultimate motivator, and so Vega and I poured ourselves into our research. She believed in my hypothesis and did whatever she could to contribute to my vision. She snuck into the archives to retrieve data I could not, and contributed creative ideas and solutions whenever I hit a dead end. In the end, my experiments succeeded, and my hypothesis became an accepted theory. That was when I first felt it. I knew that I could overcome any difficulty if only she were by my side, that I wanted to share a life together. If attraction is gazing into one another's eyes, then true love is setting those eyes on the same shared goal, or so my theory goes.
Right! Same goal! Got that, you?
You understand, don't you? What are you looking at me for? Do you understand what he means, Magnolia?
Yes, sir. I do. All too well.
Oh, this is giving me a headache.
Oh, look what we have here. Once again, I have good news and bad. Which would you like to hear first?
The bad news, and make it quick.
You're quite the anxious type, aren't you, idiot? We'll have none of that. I shall start with the good news.
Why'd you even bother?
It was a very special night. A holy night, one might say. I reserved a most lavish dinner for the occasion. It was that night that I finally did it. I proposed to her.
Maître Mo! She must have been so happy! How did you ask?
There was no dithering about. I just came out and said the words, "Will you marry me?" She cried. Cried in joy, of course. It was the happiest moment of my life.
But that's wonderful. So wait, what's the bad news?
Though we were now engaged to be married, I could not afford to buy a wedding ring. I was receiving fair wages for my work, but I poured the lion's share right back into my research. She told me not to worry, that my love was enough, but still, it ate away at me. Shortly after, we held a small ceremony and became husband and wife. I eventually saved up for a ring, which I gave to her the day before I left for Luxembourg. I didn't appreciate it at the time because of those worries, but in light of all that came afterward, it was a happy time for us.
After that, you and Vega were forced apart.
Quite so. In the end, I never saw her again. But do not cry for me. My life was far from a sad one. After all, I lived my life to the fullest, working toward the goals I had set for myself. I lived my own life, and no one else's. You must all live your own lives as well. Have courage. Be brave enough to default on the expectations of others.
To find the courage to defy the world and live our own lives. Listen, everyone. Altair says he has no regrets, and I believe him. But I'd rather live in a world where his efforts are rewarded. Altair doesn't deserve to have his true love stolen from him by some dark god's meddling. That's right. Let's free Vega from the grip of the false god Providence.
Of course! I don't want to see another person forced to live without the one they love. Recommencer avec bravoure. A second chance, if we're only brave enough to seize it. As long as we don't give up, there's always a chance to do things over. Altair, don't give up on Vega yet! Thanks. That was really delicious.
You don't want another helping? You're usually on your third by now.
Oh, la vache! Did my meal not agree with you?
What? No, it was great. Your here comes another schnitzel was the best, really.
Pork schnitzel on top of veal, on chicken, on boar, on venison, on rabbit, all in one dish. What's not to like?
Right, especially when they're coated with fresh breadcrumbs and deep fried to a perfect golden brown. Magnolia, it's amazing how far you've come. I take my hat off to you.
Leaving aside how she passed you ages ago, what gives? Something's up.
I made all these extras, too, for your seconds and thirds.
It's just that... All right, fine. The thing is, I'm trying to eat healthier. I can't be the only one who's been feeling it. The stress, I mean. I'm constantly on edge, and my hands keep shaking for no reason. It's about to happen. For real.
You mean the battle to come? Are you that worried about it?
Yes, and you should be too. If we're not fully ready for it...
Right, but I'm thinking there's something else on your mind, too.
Oh, Tiz, you always see right through me. I've been thinking about Altire's story. Quite a bit, actually. He wanted to see Vega again so much. Enough that his soul has crossed time and space. And I bet Vega felt the same. When I think what it must have been like for them, to be torn apart like that, it's just hard to eat, you know? Tiz, you have Anyas, right? You know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Whoa, see?
Yeah, me too.
But you have someone too, Idia. Someone you'd cross time and space for.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I do, don't I?
Idia.
So, anyway, what am I gonna do with all this extra schnitzel?
Let's wrap them up for now. We can make sandwiches later. Who knows how long this fight is gonna last? Better safe than sorry.
Right. Great thinking, sir. Here, we don't want to waste any of this garlic, so let's use that too.
I'll donate all my chocolate. What's a sandwich without it?
Okay. All set.
All right then. Everyone, a quick rest, and then we head out.